So welcome everyone to this, our first service in December. It's our toy service, and we have donations here which are going to go, I think many people know, but they're going to go to the Little Toy Bank appeal. Thanks to everyone who's donated. If anyone has not had a chance to donate but would like to, I'm actually going to go to a toy shop later today to pick up some toys because my mum's asked me to do that, so I can do that for anybody else if that would be helpful. So that's just a little offer. So this is going to be a little bit of a discover and discuss service in which we'll be talking about spirituality and play. Welcome to those who've joined us online. So we'll begin, as we do, with our value statement. These are the values that we share as a spiritual community here at Newcastle Unitarians. We welcome all who seek the meaning of life and who believe that human spirituality is wider than any one tradition and deeper than any one set of opinions. With respect for our Christian origins, we seek to explore truths from all sources. Our fellowship gives us strength and encouragement in daily living. Obviously, it's December and it's Advent, so Jane is going to read out our chalice reading. And Jane, if you wouldn't mind coming up, I'll just vacate the seat.
Oh. Right. First Sunday of Advent, peace. We are entering a time of year where the earth grows colder, the animals begin to hibernate, and the days become continually shorter. This morning marks the beginning of the season of Advent. In the Christian tradition, Advent is the beginning of the church year, recognizing the transforming power of God in the world and looking forward toward the birth of Jesus and the celebration of spiritual light. And Christianity is not alone in celebrating light at this time of year. Hanukkah, solstice, and Kwanzaa all involve candles, fire, and lights as part of their celebration. Each week until Christmas, we light a new candle on the Advent wreath, a circle of evergreens, along with each of the preceding candles. The flame of each new candle reminds us that something is happening now, but something more is still to come. The light of Advent grows brighter and brighter, guiding us toward personal peace, shared joy, and more love. This morning we light the first candle. We light this candle as a symbol of hope and expectation. May we dare to open the shadowy places in our lives and memories to the healing light of community. With the creative power of hope, we express our longing for peace and prepare our hearts to be transformed.
And this is our Advent candle for this first Sunday in Advent. And we also, of course, have our chalice candle, and here is our chalice lighting for Advent. In this holiday season, may we find the patience to forgive ourselves, to forgive those who do not do as we wish. May we find patience. May we find the wisdom to let be. Show us your mercy. Help us to see that for the smallest, the humblest, the least of these burns the brightest star. May it be so. Now, today is traditionally the toy service at Newcastle Unitarians. This is a tradition with quite a long route, although it's changed a bit throughout the years. With that in mind, I thought it might be nice to revisit a little bit of the history before we move on to think about spirituality and play. So, Stephen, if you would mind coming up here and giving us our first reading.
This is the origins of our toy service, the Reverend J.H. Coram Davis, 1951 to 57. And the reading was written by Maurice Large. Coram Davies certainly had a hard act to follow after the Reverend Herbert Barnes. Born in Wales, he had been on Tyneside during his early teens when his father was appointed Marine Superintendent of Shipbuilding for a Cardiff firm at the Northumberland Shipbuilding Company Yard at Howden. After leaving school, he spent 4 years before the mast, followed by academic studies at Oxford, Wales, and Manchester. He completed his theological training at Unitarian College, Manchester, and took up his ministry at Cardiff Church, where he had been a member. He moved to Lewins Mead, Bristol, in 1945 before accepting the invitation to come to Newcastle in 1951 on the retirement of Herbert Barnes. In those days, the church owned a manse in Jennifer Grove at High Heaton, and Mr. and Mrs. Davies moved in with their son, Hugh, aged 8½, who became a friend. The calendar for December 1951 includes the announcement of a toy service to be held at the evening service on the 16th of December. This was the great innovation of Coram Davis and established a tradition which continues to this day. When first introduced, we had children from both senior and junior Sunday schools taking part, and originally the toys were second-hand and given by the children to go to those less fortunate than themselves. The Christmas tree with its coloured lights was also introduced, and the senior children would collect the toys from the congregation by the light cast from the tree.
Let us have a short prayer. This is Advent Anticipation by Reverend Cliff Reed. Autumn's beauty has been blown away, winter's darkness enfolds us, and spring seems a distant prospect. But your light and hope have not abandoned us, O God, divine unity, whom we abandon sometimes. We give our thanks for the great festival that now approaches, as we give thanks for him whose birth it celebrates. May your love in him be bright before us and within us, in this time of anticipation. May it be so. And let us now take a couple of moments just for silent prayer. So, often at this part in the service, we would donate toys or bring them up to the front. Obviously, this is the first time we're not having the toy service in our old building, so we've adapted it a little bit. And for the benefit of those online, excuse the slightly wobbly camera work, but we have brought in some toys. So I must now ask everyone to bear with me slightly, because one of the things I wanted to do when I was doing the toy service, I will be honest and say that sometimes with regular services that come around every year, on the one hand it's fantastic because you know the subject, and on the other hand you do occasionally sit there wondering what it is you can possibly say that you didn't say last year or the year before. Toys are wonderful, and I suppose what I was thinking of is that one of the many reasons we love toys and they're associated with Christmas as well as gifts is that obviously toys are there to be played with. Children, we give them to children to encourage them to express themselves, to be free, sometimes to develop skills as they move through adulthood, towards adulthood and mature as people. But a lot of the time, it's really just for fun. And we can see a huge variety there, from books to teddies to games. And that's all wonderful. But I thought also that obviously we play with toys as children, but we don't always make time for play as adults. And I found quite an interesting program online, which is about spirituality of play by an American pastor, Kay Glennon. I thought because we often have a discover and discuss service, perhaps it would be nice to have something like that now. So everyone has got their litany for Advent. As ever, please say the words in full. So this is the Litany for Advent by the Reverend Cliff Reed. It's Advent. Expectation rises, the cards arrive, the candles are lit. The children can't wait. Let Christmas come. The lights go up in homes, in streets, in public squares. Shopping reaches fever pitch and tempers fray. Let Christmas come. The ancient story is retold. Tea-toweled shepherds, wise men in dressing gowns, follow the tinsel star to a myriad youthful Bethlehems. Let Christmas come. Carol singers take to the streets for causes worthy and causes dubious, hoping perhaps for mince pies and mulled wine as their reward. Let Christmas come. From fan-vaulted magnificence to vandalised resilience, Every chapel and church prepares to greet Emmanuel. Let Christmas come. Let us pause for breath. To listen to the turning earth, to feel the childhood magic stirring in our memories, and maybe hear the angels sing. Let us join in the communion of silence. It is Advent. In the darkness, hope will be reborn again. Let it come to us and let it come through us. And let Christmas come. We put out our candle, but its light remains in us until we gather once more. And here is some closing words by Reverend Cliff Reed, awaiting conjunction. As we kindle the Advent candle, the shepherds on their dark hillside, somewhere out of time, are undisturbed by angels. In their fabled palaces, the Magi have yet to see the new star and wonder what it means. Myth and history await conjunction. The timeless tale awaits retelling, and hearts await its promise of a new beginning. May it be so. Amen.